Welcome to my channel. My name is Celina Rose, and this is a reading for what's currently blocking you from receiving abundance. In front of you we have 3 hearts, each representing a pile. You choose a pile, choose a heart, and then let's get into the readings. Pile number 1 is a rainbow fluorite. Pile number 2 is a rose quartz. And pile number 3 is a snowflake obsidian. Now let's begin with pile number 1. So, pile number 1. We're going to ask Spirit and the universe what's currently blocking you from receiving abundance. What's currently blocking pile number 1 from receiving abundance? I'm just gonna lay the cards out and then we're gonna check what it means after, or see the messages after, sorry. What's currently blocking pile number 1 from receiving abundance? Okay, it's going over here. So, okay. Bottom card in its bottom deck energy is the Queen of Swords. With this card, I feel there's a lot of a lot of will to receive abundance. There's a lot of lust towards receiving it because there's a lot of wishes. There's a lot of things that you want to buy. There's a lot of upgrades you wish for in your life. So, what's currently blocking you from receiving abundance? Yeah, the 7 of Pentacles usually talks about patience. So I feel here with this card that there is a bit of an impatience going on towards receiving this abundance. And I notice his pen and the book he has, that's telling me a bit about that you are to get more clear on what it is that you want to use this abundance for. Because when you specify what it is that you want, then it is easier for the universe to know what to get you. Because if you don't specify it, then the universe has no idea in terms of how to know it, in terms of how to get it to you. So this is patience and get clear on what it is that you want. Then I'm being taken to the 5 of Wands card here, where I get the feeling that life is a struggle for you right now, or you feel that life is a struggle for you. You feel that you're battling, you feel that it's difficult, you feel that it's hard, you feel frustrated and drained, and it's just so difficult to be in. But this card also tells me that sorry, but by that energies you are to release those energies, because in order to get this here from the bottom deck, you have to feel like this, and there's a huge difference between fighting and battling and then sitting knowing that you have everything. So release that energy, which the Justice card here also talks about. We see the scales. She's balancing out the scales. She's balancing out like positive and negative to the point where the positive is going to be more than the negative, instead of being only on the negative side, only on the harsh side, only on the frustrating side. And life can get rough. Clearly, it can. But in order to receive this abundance that you seek, you have to let it go. Let the negative go and shift your awareness. And sorry, the messages are a bit flying around. And get the more positive side of things. And when you get the more positive side of things, it's going to be easier for the universe to provide you with what it is that you want. I feel here with the Page of Cups and the Emperor that you should dig a bit into your childhood. I see here like a mother figure and a father figure, and figure out, okay, this abundance that I have here, what have I been taught in my childhood about having that? So you can release that negative patterns, because those patterns are high chance that they are originating from your childhood. So by releasing those patterns, by looking into your childhood and figuring out where those patterns come from, you can release those patterns in order to tip the scale up to a more positive level. And again here with the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like there's no rush. There really is no rush. There really isn't no rush, excuse me. Slow down. Enjoy what you have. Enjoy what you are, and turn your perspective to what you have instead of what you don't have. Stop fighting for what you don't have and start appreciating what you have. Just slow down. And when you slow down and start appreciating things, the fighting will automatically be smaller. The fighting will automatically pause. The fighting will automatically just ease out, because you start to not pay attention to that anymore. So let's see which patterns it is that you should. Okay, check out, that was fast, thank you. Happy, success, and fear. So I feel here with these two, like the names pretty much says it all. The happy success. Look how happy he is. Like, he has it all. He's so happy, and the light from his hands, and he's out in a beautiful field, and the universe is just shining all the light upon him. Get that feeling. Get that feeling that this is you. Get that feeling that this is possible for you. And release any type of fear that may be surrounded by your childhood, that may be surrounded by what it is you want to achieve, whatever abundance it is that you're here to figure out how you're going to achieve. You can release this fear, because that fear doesn't serve you anymore. Let's see a bit on how to release fear, maybe. Okay, thank you. Oh, that was a bit too many cards. Which one of them do you want? This one, okay. Deception. So what you are to focus on is your own heart. You see, her heart is shining bright, and people in the background are talking, and she's like looking away from her heart and looking like, what's going on behind my back? Stop worrying about what's going on behind your back and worry about what's going on inside of you. Because when you have your focus on what's going on inside of you, then you listen to your intuition, you listen to your heart, you start following your heart, and everything begins to be more joyful, everything begins to be more happy. When you are focused on yourself, when you're focused on your heart, when you're focused on you, basically, then things just get a little bit easier. And I've been there. Sometimes I still am. We all are. We're all human. And that's just a part of humans being drawn to the negative in order for us to survive. But definitely, Spirit wants you to pay attention to. I'm sorry for the shaking a bit. Yeah, Spirit wants you to pay attention to your heart and where you put your focus. If you see the heart in his hands, they're both shining up. So when you start to focus on your own heart, you will receive this power in your hand, and you will be able to get whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, whatever it is that you're trying to attract into your life. Okay, this wants to say something. What do you want to say? What do you want to say? Pile 1, study. Okay. Yeah. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. So, universe, what do you want to say with this card? This card, the message coming from that tells me that not everything is meant for you. You do not need to know everything. You do not need to know everything that's going on. You do not need to have a sense of everything that's going on around you or with other people or at your workplace or in your family or at home with your partner for that matter. It's okay to let things go. It's okay to just focus on you. It's okay to just focus on you and be you. It is okay to let this go. You don't need to know everything. You really don't. It's okay to relax. And it's okay to have peace. And it's okay to relax and have peace and choose yourself. Comes the Chariot for that one. This tells me a bit about the pride that you may feel when you have everything under control, when you know everything, but you don't, your heart doesn't get ignited by knowing everything. Your pride may be ignited by knowing everything, but your heart doesn't. You're hiding away your heart. And when you try to know everything because you're gonna feel good and you feel confident, the more you do that, the more you just diminish the more you just diminish your heart's power, the more you just diminish your heart's light. So let go of the need to control. Real confidence, real gratification comes from this. This is real confidence. This is real happiness. This may feel like power when you have everything under control. Like, I get it from the horse. He is very, magnificent looking. Yes, you may feel it, but it's not a lasting feeling because you constantly need to seek approval from the outside world. So you constantly need to learn more. You constantly need to look away from yourself more. You're constantly promoting this fear that was formed in the childhood that makes everything feels like a fight. So let it go. Like the message is really simple from the universe. Just let it go and follow your heart. Another card it has here for you is 8 of Swords. She is tied up, unable to move. I get the feeling that it's difficult for you to come from there to there, that you can't see where to start, that you can't see where to go, that you can't see how you can let it all go. And then I understand. I so understand that. Because there is many things with us from childhood. There is many things that are difficult and troubling. Like I can feel the pressure on my heart, and how like the sadness almost, and the fear as well. The fear of failure and the fear of not being good enough. But you can do it. One sword at a time. Pick up one sword at a time. One subject at a time. And figure your way out. Meditations, journaling, affirmations, help from the outside, are all things that could help you. The two last cards that's here, that's the Ace of Wands. As soon as you start taking out these swords from the ground, as soon as you begin in this inner work, the Ace of Swords represents a new beginning, a passionate new beginning that's going to come for you, that's going to come to you. So when you start digging up those swords, pulling out those swords rather, you're going to get that new beginning. You're going to be able to attract that abundance that you seek when you have specified with I said here in the beginning what it is that you want. And then we have we have the World card here, sorry. You will be able to get the World. It's actually as simple as that, and it sounds so powerful, and it really is. Clearing out the past in order to live our best in the present, that is really, really powerful, and you honestly can achieve anything with it. Should we take an advice? Do we have a card for an advice? Yes, okay. Advice for pile number 1. Whoops, that was fast. Okay. Thank you. Yes, okay. We have back and forth. This card tells me that you will experience setbacks, that was the word. You will experience setbacks. We are only human, and setbacks are normal. Patterns are difficult to break, and setbacks is okay. So accept that you hit a setback, accept that you again did what you used to do, and move on. Setbacks is normal. Setbacks happens, and I feel for the universe that it's so important that I really tell you this. Setbacks are okay, and you can move forward even though you've had a setback. So despite a setback, you can move forward. Then there is playing it safe. I'm getting drawn to the Fool card in tarot. Take a leap of faith. Take a meditation. Ask your heart, what do you want me to do today? And then write that down, and then or during this week, and then write that down, and then make it your goal to reach that week. So that you start living by your heart, so that you start pushing your boundaries. Because if you continue to just playing it safe, she's sitting behind the fence, and the partying is over there. If you continue to just playing it safe, you won't get these swords out. So ask your heart once a week, what do you want me to achieve this week? And then live by it. Kindred partnership here, I feel that you should find joy again with the people around you. doesn't necessarily have to be a partner. It can be your siblings, it could be your kids, it can be your parents and a cousin or whoever, but reach out to people and get that love and gratitude feeling going between people. And with this message also comes that whatever you clear out from your past here with your parents, don't let that affect your relationship with them now, because what they did and or didn't back then, they have also learned from that. They are not necessarily the same people now as they were back then. So don't let that past affect the present. So whatever you're gonna meet in your, like however you are addressing this meditation, journaling, whatever you meet, know that it is not the people that you meet today. They did not did that. They did not do that to you. So accept that it's a part of your past, and accept that they did their best they could. Yeah, pile 1. I think that was it. What I could see for you in this reading. So down below you can see my information if you are interested in a personal reading. Otherwise, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Like, I'm gonna read every comment, and subscribing really helps out the channel in order to make it grow. And as you can see, I am freshly started, so I cannot wait to get moving and spread my energy across the world. So thank you, pile 1. And now we are going to start with pile number 2. So I just need a quick refresh here of water before I continue. My mouth gets so dry of speaking all the time. Okay, so rose quartz, pile 2. Okay, let's see what the universe and spirit has to say to you. What's blocking you from attracting abundance? Okay, so spirit, what's blocking pile 2 from attracting abundance? Whoops, that's too many. Just a couple cards. What's blocking pile 2 from attracting abundance, spirit? Yeah. Thank you. I'm just gonna get some few cards out, and then whoopsie. And then we're just going to see the messages that are coming through. Yeah, you want that one too? No? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Well, the first off that's definitely just popping in my eyes. Professional assistance. And dark thoughts. These 2 cards tell me that you have been through something very, very dark in your past that you need help with. And seeking help is not a bad thing. Oh, this energy is very, very heavy. Whew. Seeking help is not a bad thing. Seeking help can actually be a very good thing. Ooh, I get this like pressure from my chest. It's almost difficult breathing. Okay, spirit, thank you. And the maze here that you face in order to go to the light. See, those 2 are like almost the same. Oops, sorry. Like the light that you have here and then the universe. It's almost the same. but the maze is just so big and so confusing, and it's almost like I just want to give up, actually. So definitely seek some help, and I feel like we need. Okay, thank you. A few cards more before we continue. Thank you. So we got here the Page of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and King of Pentacles. You know, I'm not pushing it out. Okay. It's a lot of cards already. Maybe they're just big. So the Page of Wands, in this case, it talks to me about that you lack, or need rather, you need that light in front of you. You need that light to guide you out through that maze. You see, there's actually both light here on the paper, and there's light around that, and there's light around that. So you need that light a professional can give you in order to go through that maze, in order to go through that darkness and dark thoughts that you have inside of you. You need that light. It also comes with patience. You can't just go through a professional saying, I need help with this, and then expect it to be fixed with 1 or 2 sessions. Patience is a virtue, and really in this case, you are being urged to take patience. To have patience, sorry. Because it is going to take a while, because this is really, really, really deep rooted in you. Like, I feel so anxious. And I feel that it could also even be from a previous life, past life. So if I also feel that for some of you, this hasn't been lasting, like how do you say it, all life. Like for some of you, it has been very, very difficult, like all life, for as far as you can remember. But for some of you, this was triggered by meeting someone. And even though it says man here, it doesn't have to be a man. This can just be like masculine energies, and everyone has masculine and feminine energies within them. So I feel that for some of you, it was triggered by meeting a person. And this could even be up to resonating towards a twin flame journey that some of you are on, because like they're almost like shining the same light. Oh, sorry. It's the first time I'm using this setup, so it's a bit where the camera is. They're almost shining the same light, but they are like their heads are being tilted like away from each other. So that doesn't necessarily mean that your path won't like join again or get together again. Just means that he or she was the trigger for this, and it was okay. It was planned. It's okay. It was planned by the universe in order for you to grow and in order for you to learn. So even though you might think, why would I ever want to go through this? This is horrible. My life is horrible. Yes, but our souls have come to the earth. Sorry. This energy is really draining me, and I'm getting so tired. But we all come to this earth with something that we want to learn. And I feel like what you have come to learn, whether you're masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter, is gratitude. So out of all this darkness that you have within you right now, all the darkness that you're experiencing right now, Gratitude. Gratitude is your way out. Gratitude is the answer, alongside professional help. You are going through this in order to learn gratitude. And when you're beginning to learn gratitude, when you're beginning to practice gratitude, when you're beginning to feel genuinely grateful, you will then start to attract everything what it is that you want. And then the person you met that triggered this within you, he will either come back to you upgraded as being a king, or someone new can come in and help you. The King of Pentacles is he's the type of person that you want to have a relationship with. He's the type of person that wants to support you. He's the type of person that wants to build a family with you, build a house with you. He's the type that wants to nurture and caregiver. So that is one or two option, and I feel with her, like, I don't know if the card's gonna come, but I feel with her that this is going to be the same, that she will come out. Okay, we got the Page of Pentacles, but I was feeling the Queen of Pentacles. So she will also have had a growth from this heavy dark pattern thoughts. And almost who wouldn't? Ooh, that's so interesting. See, now the Empress came out. She's pregnant. Now we're having two pregnant women in this spread. So I feel like if you're trying to attract a pregnancy, if you're trying to get pregnant, clearing out these dark thoughts are most definitely needed in order to get pregnant, in order to get that baby that you long for. And that may seem weird, that thoughts can affect like pregnancy, but that is how the body works. That is how the mind works. That is how the universe works. Your thoughts become your reality. And what also came out was the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. And this, to me, in this spread, actually just amplifies the pregnancy wish. Because you have 1, 2, and then the baby, 3. You have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So there really is a strong desire to become 3 with this spread. What I also feel with the Three of Cups here is to like almost like go out with some friends or some acquaintances. Go out, get away from the house, get away from that maze. Like just step away from it and find something that brings you joy. Originally, joy comes from within, but sometimes with these heavy dark thoughts, we need some help to find joy elsewhere. And that is completely okay to find joy elsewhere. So that is what the universe is urging you to do. To find joy elsewhere. Sorry, that was just a lot of cards popping out. I have to discuss with Spirit. Four of Wands, that is the stability card, that is a foundation card. That's also a twin flame card. Oh, it was covered. I just feel this safety and stability with this card. So that is what's like ahead of you. That is what you have in mind. Well, how do you say that? That is what's coming for you. That is what you have to look forward to. That is what you have to look forward to. This sense of stability and happiness. I get really caught by like she's happy and he's happy and they are happy and happy and happy. Everyone's just happy. So these dark thoughts are to be cleared out. Let's see like an advice for how to clear those thoughts. Thank you. Oh, not that. Okay. Before you are able to seek some professional help and advice from the universe is this, the Queen of Wands. It speaks a little bit to me the same as the Three of Cups. Go out and be outside. She's riding on a horse, so if you have something to do with animals, go out and be with animals. Otherwise, go out in nature, and then feel the nature. Like switch your mind off and just feel the nature. That is really what is in this for you until you have this. Oh, I am sorry, part 2. I just got disturbed. Someone knocked at the door. And now I don't remember where I was. I think we were at the Queen of Wands up there with the nature and the animals and just being. Or maybe the foundation. I'm sorry, I really can't remember. But I'm being drawn to take another card from this pile. So let's see, what do you want to say to pile 2? What do you want to say to pile 2? Ooh, letting go in reverse. So, just gonna turn it like this so I can better see. That is again the feeling of being overwhelmed, of being pulled in so many different directions, and I feel that this is an advice for you. If you feel pulled in multiple directions, sit down and write. Okay, option 1, I can go here. What would that resolve in? Option 2, option 3, etc., etc. And write everything down. The positive, the negative, the good, the bad, the heavenly, the hell, whichever terms you prefer. Write it down. Get it out of your head, get it out of your mind. Ooh, I'm sorry. Get it out of your heart. Get it out. And then from there, as when you have written it all down, sleep on it. And then come back to it the day after. And see, okay, option 1, door number 1. How would I feel if I go there? And more importantly, how would I feel if I don't go door 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., etc. And then do the same with every door. How would I feel if I chose this path? And how would I feel if I didn't choose path like the other paths? That is the ultimate and final advice that Spirit has for you. I'm getting a bit silent because I'm being drawn again. I thought we were done. What do you want to say to pile 2, Spirit? Whoops. Oh, okay. The Hermit is in reverse. To me, that feels like that this period that you're in with all the dark thoughts and all that stuff, it's possible that it has done you good. You have grown from it. You have learned from it, and that's a positive thing. So look back at this with gratitude. Look back at this and be grateful and feel love. Again, like gratitude is just so big theme for you guys. And then the last two cups, there's the 7 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. 7 of Cups speaks about multiple choices, and instead of fear where you're like, oh my god, everywhere, like where do I go, I don't know where to go, then this is like, yay, I have so many things to choose from, like I'm so blessed. So this is what you have in store alongside the fourth wand here, fourth wands. You have so much to choose for, and everything will just be gratitude and love, and the stable, solid connections. And where did that card go? Partnership. Maybe it was in the other pile. I think it was in the other pile. I'm sorry, pile 2. And then the 10 of Cups, that speaks of emotional fulfillment. Whereas here, like the 3 of Cups, you can see there are 3, and here there are 4. So, and like I feel like you will continue to grow. You will continue to be. I feel like saying bigger and better. So I hope that kind of resonates without putting any pressure on you, because that's not intended at all. But I feel like it will be. Yeah. It's really well what you have in store for you. What? No. When letting this go. Like this is like the exact opposite almost. I think, yeah, that was what Spirit and the universe wanted to tell you. Pile number 2, like rose quartz pile. If anything resonated, please let me know down below. I read all the comments, and subscribe or like the video. It helps out the channel like insanely much with the algorithm. And as you can see, I am brand new, so whatever help I can get is highly appreciated. Down below is also my informations if you're interested in a personal reading. So now we have pile number 3. Hello, pile number 3. I'm just gonna refresh with some water. And then let's see what is blocking you from receiving abundance. We had 2 very different piles so far. Ooh, excuse me. Let's see what's blocking pile 3 from receiving abundance. What's blocking pile 3 from receiving abundance? It's funny how the messages you get from some of the cards just absolutely doesn't match like what it says on them. I'm just gonna lay down all the cards, and then I'm gonna go through them with you in a second. So, Spirit, Universe, what's blocking pile 3? Okay. Then we're gonna do some tarot cards as well. Let's get some. Whoops! Yes, let's take the entire deck. That's a good choice, Spirit. Only a few cards, please. Only a few cards. Just a few cards as clarifier, please. I want the animal card clarified. Thank you. Okay. Anything else, Spirit, you want to add? Not the entire deck again, please. Has to be done in sphere cards. Anything else you want to add? Okay. Okay. Let's see. The first card that came out for you was crystals. I don't want to read the text, you can do that yourself if it resonates with you, but the message I get from these crystals, the message I get from this card is that you have, how to say, you have thrown off all of your own responsibility in terms of what it is that you want. You have simply just said, no, everything's up to Spirit. I'm not gonna work for it. I'm not gonna do anything for it. I'm just gonna be here and wait. But that is actually a blockage towards abundance. And more. Sorry, I'm laughing. This just kind of resonates with someone I know. Not myself, but someone close to me. Ah, the universe is funny. No, sorry. And what's blocking, like, probably most importantly, is here the Two of Cups. When upright, sorry, it's the first time I'm doing this setup. This is also the soulmate card. It's a couple card. It's the twin flame cards. It's a romance card. It's like, to me, the Two of Cups is almost as good as the Lovers card. So your choice of just throwing everything and leaving it up to fate and spirit and or universe or divine timing or whatever you choose to call it, it's actually causing a stagnation. Is actually what is blocking you from receiving the abundance in terms of this connection. Then I'm I'm so sorry, part 3. Then I'm being led to the animal card. And that tells me that you are to trust your own intuition more. In order to get out of that stagnant stage of just being relying totally on the universe, you are to rely on your intuition instead. Take some deep breaths in and then feel, okay, what is going on? Honestly, what do I want? Where do I want to go? Because that will clear out all of this fighting that I feel like you're trying to avoid by making this choice. It feels like you threw the hands up and said, nope, I'm gonna leave it all up to universe, because there was so much fighting in your life. Not necessarily physically fighting, but there was just like so many things going on, and it was difficult to figure out where to go and how to go and why, and it just feels so overwhelming and frustrating and stressed almost. So trust your intuition, trust yourself, and ask in order to avoid this, because this doesn't serve you. And the reason, like, the animals there is because animals are like, they just live off like reflexes, instincts, sorry, and their intuition. So just take a cue from the animals. And if you can speak to animals, even better. Take a key from them, because you can do the same, and then this stagnant period will be over, and then things are going to start to speed up. That's also what the Seventh of Wands is talking about, or Wands in general, that things are going to speed up. Three of Pentacles here, I'm being shown the original Three of Pentacles, where it's about imbalances, where it was like you have the Two of Pentacles where you're balancing everything very good, and like everything is just like, but one more pentacle and everything would drop. That's what I feel like happened here. You got one more thing on your plate, and then it was just too much. So instead of trying to keep balancing everything out, you chose to give it up to the universe and the divine timing, and that's also completely fine. But now it's to a level where it's being stagnated. I feel like with this card here, I'm getting drawn to the energy healing word, that in order to also get out of this period, some healing may be needed, energy healing may be needed, because what caused this fighting, what caused this, like this last pentacle, it is still in your life when you start to live it again. So whoops, I'm so sorry, pile number 3. I keep forgetting I can't do that. Oh my god, sorry. So if you forget to do your day-to-day things like intuitively and checking in, like, okay, what should I do, how should I do it, then you're gonna fall back into these patterns, these old patterns that doesn't serve you, that does no good for you. So some energy healing could really do you well in order to start getting out of this period of stagnation and attracting the abundance that you seek. I feel like with this King of Cups here that you are a very emotional person. You have a lot of emotions. Maybe you're even an empath or highly sensitive. Like there really is a lot of emotions going on, and you sometimes tend to be affected quite hard by the people around you. If you see the lightning on the top here above his head, could also almost be the same lightning as this. So social gatherings, I feel like can be difficult for you. Whereas this stagnation period maybe also could have come from that you were forced out in some social gatherings, and here that then was the final coin that made you tip. And the King of Cups here, he looks really, really sad and depressed, and that fits with like why maybe some energy healing would be a good thing for you guys. So you could better get over this period and then start to claiming your life again, because it kind of feels like that you're just this bypasser sitting by right now, just watching your life drop by day without really living it, without really experiencing it. And that's one of the things that Spirit wants you to realize and recognize by watching this video. The final card up here, the Artist, is like one of the things you can do to start to also receive intuitive messages, is to be creative. And creative doesn't have to be paint. It can be words, it can be songs, it can be poems. It's also words, but that's just what comes. But it can also be, drawings, it could be sculptures, it could be whatever. Just shut your mind off and let your hands do the work, and then see what comes to you. Because the universe is guiding you. The universe is really there for you, and the universe really wants to help you get out of this period, so you can start whoopsie, attracting that love again, that abundance that you seek for. I got playing it safe. That's again connected to the card up here, that playing it safe is not necessarily living life. It actually feels like quite the opposite. That this choice you have taken is, it's not giving up, but it could almost just as well be giving up, I feel. Because you have missed out on a lot of opportunities. The bottom deck here was new supportive connections. So by having made that choice, you have missed out on some connections that was also like times your way that you should have gotten. Stacy. So like this can come back, like the opportunities can come back. Oh my god, this just continues. Yeah, okay, we do that, Spirit. You have missed out on the new supportive connections. The new beginnings that have... This hasn't passed yet, like this this chance hasn't been presented to you yet, so that's why it's important for you to get out of that stagnant state and start living by your intuition. So you will see when that new beginning comes. And there's a baby on this one, and here there's a family on this one. So this new beginning, like it's really, really connected to this Two of Cups here. Like to me, I see this card like in this reading actually as the Lovers, which are divinely supported card, divinely supported couple. And the last card it wants to come with here is family, friends, and guides. And this just feels like the ultimate completion. Like this is just where there's peace and there's stability and there's harmony and there's like the scales are tipped even, like you're not fighting anymore. There's not like too many coins on your plate. There's not the depression feeling. There's not the drained feeling from social gatherings anymore. There's just completion. So these are the things here that hasn't yet been presented to you, but this is things that is being presented to you in the near future. And Spirit is warning you that if you keep being in this stagnant energy and not listening to your intuition and not making choices, then these opportunities will pass. And these is opportunities that you have manifested. This is opportunities that you have chosen that you want to have. And like I seriously just love, energies and power sorry, and the cards, because look at the cards coming up now. True love, the Lovers. Spirit, it is urging you to get out of this stagnant energy. I'm just gonna leave this pile of cards over here. Let's see. Should we ask for a advice on how else to get out of this stagnant energy, Spirit? Oops, no hands. How do pile 3 get out of this stagnant energy, Spirit? How do pile 3 get out of this stagnant energy, this stagnant state in their life? How do pile 3 get out of this stagnant energy? An advice for pile 3, please. This can be the down thing, or I wouldn't say bad thing. Whoopsie, there we go, of shuffling on camera. So we have the Four of Pentacles. There it was, the Lovers. Called it. Trust that this is still within your reach. Trust that this is still within your reach. It is divinely guided, it is divinely timed, but you have to listen to your intuition. You have to listen to the universe. And you have to take actions accordingly. Manifestations are about co-creating. It's not about saying, I want that, and then just sit on your bum and then expecting your love to appear in your bed next to you. You have to take action guided by your intuition. You have to take inspired action. Action that makes you feel good. Then there's the Four of Pentacles here, and with this card I feel like something that you could do in order to get out of this energy is to do some charity work. It doesn't have to mean that you are giving your money to anyone. If you're not comfortable with that, if you're more comfortable with that, you can do that. What I'm doing here with this card readings is energetically considered charity work, and that is what this card, like in this instance, is telling me. So spread your energy out and give something, because when you give something, you open up to receive something. If you just hold it, the original Four of Pentacles is a man sitting down and just hocking this coin in towards his chest. If you just hold it, like take a breath in, there's no more room for more air. So you have to let the air go in order to get more air. So find something, inspired action that feels good, using your time, energy, money on. Doesn't have to be money, it doesn't have to be this. Whatever feels right to you in that moment, do that, because when you give, you're open to receive. And then we have the Nine of Wands. That feels like that you should how to say it, like take it easy. Don't go out like heads on in, and like now you have been told that, oh my god, I may lose all of these opportunities, and oh my god, now I'm so scared, and like don't do that. Just keep faith in the universe and spirit and the divine timing and whatever it is you call it, God. Keep your faith, follow that inspired actions, and just be while you do something, instead of just be stagnated. Nine of Wands is typically what? Tongue twister. It's typically a card that's just about storming in, hands-on, just going ham, not waiting for anything, just fast. But in this instance, it's slow down. Don't take this as a fear warning. Take this as a loving warning, and then start to rechange your habits again. Because this, the true love, the Lovers, the true love, the Two of Cups, the new beginnings, the family, the ultimate completion, everything is within your reach. Everything is something that you have manifested. It is coming your way. But inspired actions have to be taken. I think now maybe there's one more card from this deck that Spirit wants me to show. It's gonna be this one. Okay. So let's see. Last card, Spirit, please. Just a couple of cards. Last card, Spirit. What is it that you want to tell? Thank you. Spirit just wanted to amplify this Nine of Wands card with this Dark Thoughts card. That, like, to show that it is what was meant with the Nine of Wands. Like, don't go out into fear. Don't go out into dark thoughts. Don't go out and just banging towards a maze and trying to find the fastest way through. Take inspired actions. Relax. Everything's going to come if you co-create with the universe. And this is what this reading is about. Co-creating with the universe will give you the abundance that you seek. Whew. Yeah, that was it for you, part 3. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want, you can comment down below. I'm going to read all the comments. If you like this reading, please consider subscribing, or what's it called? No, I don't remember. Never mind. Because it helps out the channel insanely much with the algorithm, so more people can see my video. And down below you can see information about personal readings, if you're interested in that. And yeah, that was all I had for today. So thank you for tuning in, and bye!